What's up YouTube, it's Barrymore with another video on DHC. Now today I want to talk to you guys about Widow 7 and 8 and how you can actually farm it. So let's go into 7 first, and I'll talk to you about my team and what kind of buff this Widow actually has. So first off, this Widow actually has two buffs. It has an immunity buff and it has a shield buff. So off the bat, you know you want to bring a stripper. So as my stripper, I'm bringing in Xenia. Probably the easiest one to get and also probably the best one as of right now. So you want to bring in Xenia as your stripper, or you can even use the Fire Boon Girl. You can use anybody that strips. The Fire Chime Keeper also strips, so you can bring him in. But as of now, we're using Xenia. Now, I've tested this numerous times, guys. If you're familiar with Widow, you know about the three laser blasts that she does. The one that goes in, out, and then blows up. That's 3 hits that it does. Now, I've tested to how she actually does it. If you take too long on this boss, she eventually just wipes your whole team with that move. And what I mean by taking too long is you have about 35 seconds to kill the Widow. So as far as speed teams go, the whole run is actually a speed run. It's not about speed teams. It's about how fast you have to kill it before you wipe, pretty much. And like I said, I've done some heavy testing. I've done it over and over and over. I wiped on purpose just to see how long it actually takes her. You guys can test it with me. But it is about 35 seconds and above, guys. So basically the whole run is a DPS check. If you don't have the DPS to kill her fast, then you need to go get some better gear, because you need to kill this thing fast before it kills you. So as far as my team, I'm going to be using this team for both 7 and 8. Now it's going to change later on, of course, for Widow 10. That's going to be on a separate video, because you obviously don't want to bring in nature units for Widow 10. But for 7 and 8, I'm going to be using this team. I'm going to be using Rhoda. I'm going to be using my water snake lady. I'm going to be using Malika, and I'm going to be using Mojo. Now, the reason that I'm using Mojo right now is because I don't have a fire lady that I want to have that's built yet. Eventually, I do want to replace him with the Fire Lady, and the reason I want to replace him with the Fire Lady because not only is she fire, so she'll live in Widow 10, but she buffs with attack, which Mojo does as well, but she doesn't do defense. Which in these dungeons, you don't need defense, because the lasers they penetrate through your defense. So defense is a no-go in Steel Widow, but Fire Lady brings another strip, which that'll bring me with two strips. She'll bring me attack buff, which I needed for my DPS units to kill the units fast, or the Widow fast. She also brings a defense break on her last skills to help Xenia out with defense break, and I believe that's it. If I'm missing something, I'm sorry, but those are the 3 main things that I really think that the Fire Boon brings to the table. So she's gonna be replaced with she'll replace Mojo. So for this one, let's go into a fight, and you guys can see how the boss actually goes. Now you guys are gonna see the immunity that he puts up and his shield as well. So we'll put it on auto, because I usually do it on auto. So the trash mobs is no big deal. You know, it takes about 35-40 seconds to kill all these trash mobs, but they pretty much just run through it. But as far as the fight goes, you definitely want to make sure that your Xenia has good accuracy. Right now I'm using the Snake Lady leader ability, because she has 30% accuracy for all your units. So you definitely want to make sure your Xenia has, or anybody that you're using as a stripper, to have that good accuracy to be able to strip this shield and immunity that he has on. Okay, so right there he gets his immunity. Xenia already uses strip, but then he gets the shield. Xenia strips the shield and the immunity, so they're going at it. Malika's doing her DPS, Rhoda's doing her DPS, Snake Lady's putting dots on it, and at the same time, Xenia is healing everybody. He's healing up. Now you notice I don't bring an immunity, and the reason I don't bring an immunity is because you have to kill the boss fast, like I said. So you can bring immunity. Don't get me wrong, you can. See, so it took 1 minute and 9 seconds to kill it. That's normal, guys. That's gonna be your speed runs. Those are pretty much normal runs. That's how fast you have to kill the Widow. Now, obviously, the faster you clear the trash, the faster you can clear Widow. You can get up to like 1:30 or whatever like that, you know. But you have to kill the Widow fast, guys. So let's go into 8, and I'll talk to you guys about 8. Now 8 is a little bit different. Instead of her, the Widow getting immunity, she gains invulnerability. Just like if you have a Water Archangel, he gives everybody invulnerability. He doesn't, you can't kill it. You can't do any kind of damage to it, but you can still put any kind of debuffs on it. So as soon as Xenia strips it, the ongoing damage that you put on her, the mark, everything that's on her still will stay on her. And again, I'm using the same team. Xenia is my stripper, Mojo is my attack buffer, and then my 3 DPS. I use Rhoda as a DPS because she does a ton of damage regardless. So we'll go into this one. So this is, you guys will see the 2 differences between the Widows. This one has, like I said, invulnerability. 7 has immunity. So this one actually has an elemental advantage with 3 of my units, including my main DPS. So it's actually kind of easier for me to do. I see you guys see how we're clearing the trash mobs. Just getting through it real quick. Like I said, it's gonna take about 35, 40 seconds so you can clear this trash mobs. Now again, the better DPS you bring in here, the faster it's gonna go, obviously. Alright, so we're getting ready to fight the boss. Got one more trash wave, and that'll be it. Alright, so here comes the boss, and check out the buff that she gets. She's gonna get invulnerability. Xenia's gonna strip it. Okay, so there goes her invulnerability. Can't do anything in it, but I'm still applying debuffs. So Xenia missed another strip, so this actually might be a wipe. He missed the strip again. This is not gonna be good. So you guys see, if you miss the strip, this is why it's really important to bring strippers in. Because you see how Xenia has about 70%, a little bit, I think about 70-something% accuracy, and she's still missing her strips. But there was the DPS. Maybe they still might be able to pull it through. As long as I get that immunity off, or that vulnerability off, I can do it. Okay. So that's the laser beam right there. I don't think it's, yeah, okay. I was able to barely do it. Xenia missing about 2 or 3 strips, but I was able to barely complete it. Now, oh, that's actually a nice bracer. I'll take that. Now, two different. Okay, so there's two ways she does the laser thing. One, it's if one of your units dies. If one of your units dies, she sees red immediately and just lasers everybody. And that's one thing you have to look out for. You know, if Xenia would have stripped at least, you know, the first time or even the second time, no one would have died or would have been able to do that run a lot better. But this is why it's so important, guys, that you need to bring 2 strippers. Now, as my end team, I want to bring the light boon and I want to bring the fire boon. So that's 2 strips right there that I'm getting on top of heals. And that's the reason I don't bring immunity, because the dots do damage, but as long as I can kill it fast and efficiently, there will be no reason for me to use any kind of cleanse or any kind of dots. Now let's go over the gear real quick. Okay, Malika's not a puzzle puff. Let's go over the gear real quick and what kind of gear I have on them. Now, my Malika, she's pretty well geared. She's on in a rapid keen set. So I have her on attack speed, I have her on crit damage, and I have her on attack percent. So it's just for her to do damage. She attacks almost 3 times per second. She has high crit rating, high enough for that dungeon at least, for the Water Steel Widow, and decent crit damage. Now, as far as my Xenia, I farmed, before I started farming 7 and 8, I farmed 5. And the reason I did that, guys, is because this is actually really important if you're only going to bring 1 stripper. So you see how it's an 8-second cooldown, but I have her on Adept. So this is actually about a 5-second cooldown, guys, and that is really, really important to have a fast stripper, one that can, you know, efficiently take down the strip, the immunity and the vulnerability and the shields off really, really fast. On top of that, she gets, you know, cooldown reduction on her heal, and also reducing cooldowns on everybody else on top of herself, which will lead to faster Scourge. So that's why I have her on Adept, and I suggest you guys do the same. Is put her on Adept immediately. I know the good recommendations is 3 Vital, but I really think instead of Adept really works out a lot better and is more beneficial. As far as Rhoda, I know a lot of people like to put her on like a DPS glass cannon type, but I have her just as survivability because I also use her for ED10. So she's on HP accuracy. and it's just so she can land her debuffs a lot better. Mojo, standard build as well. He's on HP, no, he's on, yeah, HP, the precise helmet or set, and then like a broken set. But it's all full HP. And the last one I use is Snake Lady. I have her on a not a DPS build. I have her on a survival build. It was also on HP with decent accuracy. But like I said, I run her lead, which gives everybody 30% more accuracy. So that's pretty much it, guys. If you guys are planning on doing Widow, remember it's a DPS check. You have to have good DPS. Right now, ongoing damage is in. So if you have 2 Snake Ladies, even 3, you can run all 3 and just burn the boss down ASAP, because they put mark, they put ongoing damage. So it's a lot easier that way as for what I see from right now. But later on, guys, when you get like really good DPS gear and your guys are having like 150% crit rating and above, 85% crit rating, 150% crit damage, high attack, it's gonna be a lot easier, and it's gonna be easier to burn on the boss. So as of right now though, guys, like I said, DPS check. Make sure you have a stripper, make sure you have heals going on. Xenia is perfect for that. Give her an adept gear. You guys saw that I ran it with just 1 stripper, but definitely try to get 2. 2 is very important, because if she misses it, the other one might not. They both might miss it. It's a kind of a circle going around. But hopefully you guys get that accuracy up, you can get the strips out, and then you guys can complete it just like I did. But thank you anyways, guys. Always a pleasure to make videos for you. If you like the video, please leave a like. If you have any comments, any thoughts or anything, comment on the section below. And I'll see you guys next time on the next video. See you later, guys.